BS Yediyurappa calls it quits, says won't contest electoral politics. BJP strongman delivers his farewell speech at the floor of the House. Lingayat leader and a four-time chief minister says he has quit electoral politics. Gurugram shocker. Woman locked herself and her 10-year-old son for 3 years. Police say the reason was for fear of COVID. Now, it's Delhi Lieutenant Governor versus the Aam Aadmi Party Delhi government on law and order. Chief Minister Kejriwal says law and order situation very bad. Lieutenant Governor quote tweet saying Delhi police is doing a commendable job. Kejriwal hits back with a sharp retort. Don't play politics, pay attention. Congress President Kharge says the alliance led by Congress will win 2024 elections within hours. Rahul Gandhi and Mamata Banerjee trade barbs in Meghalaya regional equations versus National Alliance. Ukraine's emergency call to India's NSA, Ajit Doval. Putin, Russian president, meets China's foreign minister. China foreign minister says we'll never give it to third-party coercion. The Shiv Sena name and its election symbol will remain with Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde camp, and the mashal or the flaming torch symbol with Uddhav Thackeray for now, according to the top court that has admitted Uddhav Thackeray's plea against the Election Commission's order. Hello, I'm Sneha Koshi, and even as all political parties have started working towards the 2024 mega elections and Karnataka gears up for the assembly elections, BJP's warhorse, BS Yediyurappa, calls it quits. BJP's Lingayat strongman delivers his farewell speech at the floor of the House. Former four-time Chief Minister of Karnataka, who could not complete his full term and was asked to quit by the BJP, has hung his boots, says this will be his last assembly season.
ಕೊನೆಯದಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಮಾತನಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ನಾಳೆ ಅಧಿವೇಶನ ಮುಗಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಾನು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ನಾನು ಚುನಾವಣೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇನ್ನು 5 ವರ್ಷ ಕಾಲ ದೇವರು ಶಕ್ತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಈ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಚುನಾವಣೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹ ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ನಾನಂತೂ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ತಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ನಾನು ಚುನಾವಣೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಬದುಕಿನ ಕೊನೆ ಉಸಿರಿರುವವರೆಗೂ ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯನ್ನು ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ತರಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಮೀರಿ ಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಂಶಯ ಬೇಡ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ವಿನಂತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಈ ಭಾಗದ ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಸಕರು ಆತ್ಮವಿಶ್ವಾಸದ ಓಡಾಟ ಮಾಡಿ, ಬಹಳ ಜನ ಆ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತವ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿದ್ಧ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೀವು ವಿಶ್ವಾಸನದಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಜೊತೆಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟ ಬಹುಮತದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯನ್ನು ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ತರೋಣ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಈ ವಿಶೇಷವಾದ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಮಾತನಾಡೋಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ.
And I'm being joined by my colleague Shrija for more on this. Shrija, a huge decision by BS Yediyurappa, but is there more to what we see?
Well, firstly, this is not, in terms of the news, it's not the first time where he's breaking it over to the public. But what we see, the difference here is he has used various platforms. The Lingayat strongman, who has always been indispensable for the BJP here, and also has been credited for the success of the BJP and making inroads here, right here in South India. But, in the last one here, he's made that couple of statements at various platforms. He also did go on to talk about how he's going to hang up his boots and that his son will take over. But this is the very, very first time we see BS Yediyurappa has made that announcement public on the floor of the House. In fact, in presence of the MLAs and also seeking permission from the Speaker. Also, he did go on to state that this will be his last, probably the assembly session, and he's not going to come back to the assembly at all because he's not contesting the polls. Yes, of course, if you had asked, in terms of when BS Yediyurappa was forced to step down, this is nearly 2 years ago. that came as a bolt from the blue, the kind of, the support that he had drummed up, especially from the seers, from across the state, including Congress leaders, and the way he tried to send out that signal to the BJP where they left him with no position, that clearly put the BJP in spot, because he did send out that message to the BJP saying that without Yediyurappa, BJP is nothing as far as Karnataka is concerned. And yes, because remember, though this is going to be, yes, the second time where the Karnataka elections, that is BJP is going forward to the polls without Yediyurappa as a face, because the first time he did, of course, break away from the BJP to form his own party, the KJP, but then he made a comeback to the BJP. And now from now on, we are not going to see BS Yediyurappa at the helm of affairs. But how much really of it is going to dent is still not known at the moment, because about 2 years ago, he did go on to say, by drumming up that support from the seers, that he used the seers to send out a message saying that this is not going to go well for the BJP. But now that he is in a higher position in terms of the parliamentary post, but he's still going to lead the elections, and he also says that if God permits, God willing, he will in fact take the BJP to power for the next 5 years as well. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Shrija, for all those details. And Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge has gone ahead and said that the alliance led by Congress will win the 2024 parliamentary elections. But within hours of having said that, it was all guns blazing between Rahul Gandhi and Mamata Banerjee in Meghalaya.
In 2024, the alliance government will come in center. Congress will lead. Let 100 Modis or Shah come. We are talking with other parties because otherwise the democracy and constitution will go. Therefore, with every party, now and then, we are calling, we are talking, we are sharing our views how to win 2024.
You also know the history of the TMC. You know the scams, the Sharda scams that have taken place. So you're aware of their tradition. They came to Goa, spent huge amounts of money in Goa, and the idea was to help the BJP. And this is exactly the idea in Meghalaya.
দিল্লির বিজেপি কোনোদিন আপনাদের বন্ধু হবে না, দিল্লির কংগ্রেস পার্টি কোনোদিন আপনাদের বন্ধু হবে না। তারাও অনেকদিন ক্ষমতায় ছিল, একটা রাস্তা পর্যন্ত করতে পারেনি, কিন্তু তৃণমূল পার্টি আজকে করে দেখিয়ে দিয়েছে। আজও বলে যাই, তৃণমূল পার্টি পারবে, মনে রাখবেন, এবং তৃণমূল পার্টি মনে রাখবেন যে আপনাদের সকলের হয়ে কাজ করে দেখিয়ে যাবে তৃণমূল কংগ্রেস পারবে কি পারবে না। আর মেঘালয় ইলেকশনে তৃণমূলকে জিতিয়ে দিন, তৃণমূল আগামী দিন দিল্লি থেকে বিজেপিকে হাঁটাবে, এই শপথের সূচনা আপনারা মেঘালয় করুন।
2019 में भी आपने मोदी जी के लिए अभद्र भाषा का प्रयोग किया था। नतीजा आपने देखा है, कांग्रेस पार्टी का विपक्ष का स्टेटस भी जाता रहा, और जिस प्रकार की भाषा आज इस्तेमाल की गई है और देश भर से जनता में से जिस प्रकार के रिएक्शन आ रहे हैं, आप 24 का नतीजा देखिएगा। राहुल जी, कांग्रेस पार्टी दूरबीन लेकर ढूंढने से भी नहीं मिलेगी। देश की जनता इसका हिसाब बैलेट बॉक्स के अंदर करेगी।
And the Supreme Court has agreed to hear the petition from Team Uddhav Thackeray, which has challenged the Election Commission's order handing the Shiv Sena name and its bow and arrow symbol to the Shinde faction, which is now being given the name of Shiv Sena, while the mashal or the flaming torch symbol will remain with the Uddhav Thackeray's. That's the status quo for now, but there's more to the Supreme Court's order, and Sunil Prabhu breaks it down.
The biggest bone of contention for the Uddhav Thackeray faction wanting a stay of the Election Commission's order was not accepted by the Supreme Court. The Shiv Sena symbol and name will remain with the Eknath Shinde camp, and the flaming torch symbol will remain with the Uddhav Thackeray faction till the Supreme Court adjudicates the matter. The Supreme Court, however, was able to get an assurance from the Eknath Shinde faction of not taking any steps to issue a whip or disqualify any member.
सुप्रीम कोर्टाकडे निवडणूक आयोगाच्या निकालावर विरोधी पक्षांनी स्थगिती मागितली होती. ती स्थगिती नाकारलेली आहे. शिवसेना आणि धनुष्यबाण निवडणूक आयोगाने घेतलेला निर्णय कायम ठेवलेला आहे. त्यामुळे आणखी जी काही पुढे सुनावणी होईल त्याच्यावर पुढे निर्णय होईल. परंतु आत्ताच्या परिस्थितीमध्ये जे निवडणूक आयोगाने दिलेला निर्णय शिवसेना पक्ष कुणाचा आणि धनुष्यबाण या बाबतीमध्ये त्यांची याचिका फेटाळलेली.
आज तक इलेक्शन कमीशन के सामने कई इश्यूज गए, शिकायतें गई, मगर इलेक्शन कमीशन ने ऐसा कभी डिसीजन लिया है हमने देखा नहीं कि एक राजनीतिक दल उस राजनीतिक दल के नेतृत्व के हाथ से निकाल कर और किसी के हाथ में नहीं रहना.
A day after the Eknath Shinde faction took over the parliamentary party office in parliament, Kapil Sibal, appearing for Uddhav Thackeray, wanted a stay on taking over properties or bank accounts, which the Chief Justice of India's bench refused to do so, as it's not in the Election Commission order and can legally be challenged if the Eknath Shinde takes any steps.
Regarding the SLP, the Honorable Court did hear the opening, but as caveat was filed by the other side, they opened it and all chorus was made in the court, where naturally Honorable Supreme Court while hearing, and from our side Kapil Sibal and Abhishek Manu Singhvi and Devdatta Kamath also, very few sentences could be uttered, but all the same Honorable Supreme Court was quick enough to grant us that this position be continued till further orders.
The Supreme Court continued to hear the constitution matter, which will ultimately decide whether the legislative majority of the Shinde group is a safe guide to decide that it is the Shiv Sena. With camera person Joseph, Sunil Prabhu, NDTV.
And it's almost Delhi Lieutenant Governor versus Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal all over again. A war of words, this time on Twitter, and it's over the law and order situation. Delhi Chief Minister and Lieutenant Governor VK Saxena have exchanged words all over again. In fact, Chief Minister Kejriwal first tweeted saying the law and order situation is very bad. The Lieutenant Governor quote-tweeted saying Delhi police is doing a commendable job, to which Chief Minister Kejriwal made a sharp retort, tweeting instead of playing politics to pay attention to the situation. Not a first exchange of words, and doesn't seem to be seeing an end anytime soon. And at least things seem to be rolling for the Delhi Municipal Corporation. Delhi has got a new mayor and a deputy mayor, ending months of political slugfest.
The Aam Aadmi Party leaders celebrating inside the MCD house in Delhi after Arvind Kejriwal's party defeated the BJP in the capital's mayor elections by over 30 votes. The capital's new mayor, 39-year-old Shelly Oberoi, a former Delhi University professor, will head one of the world's largest municipal corporations that impacts nearly 20 million people living in the capital, with the services that come under it. From running smaller schools and dispensaries to building city roads, drains, treating waste and levying key taxes. The BJP has been voted out of power from the MCD after nearly 15 years.
कल से ही हमारी जो कार्रवाई है नगर निगम की उसकी शुरुआत होगी और कल से ही हमारे जितने पार्षद जो पहले से ही अपने वार्ड में काम कर रहे थे कल ऑफिशियल तरीके से पूरी दिल्ली में काम शुरू हो जाएगा और साथ ही कूड़े के पहाड़ों की इंस्पेक्शन भी अगले 3 दिनों में हम लोग करेंगे.
The win comes after 3 failed attempts at holding elections and a Supreme Court order which upheld the Aam Aadmi Party's plea.
विपक्ष
उसको पूरा राइट होता है चुनाव लड़ने का, और वो हमने लड़ा। ये संशय, ये द्वंद्व जो था वो आम आदमी पार्टी के अंदर ही था कि क्या होने वाला है। उनको लगता था पता नहीं क्या हो जाएगा, हमारे काउंसलर उठा के ले जाएंगे, क्रॉस वोटिंग हो जाएगी।
Now that Delhi has a mayor after nearly 2 months of the Aam Aadmi Party's decisive victory in the MCD elections, many challenges ahead for the new corporation. Primary among them would be bringing down these mountains of shame in the national capital and solving Delhi's garbage issue. In New Delhi with camera person Sushil Rathi and Gauri Prasad, Vedant for NDTV.
And a shocking story from the national capital region, this time from Gurugram. A woman, a 33-year-old mother, locked herself and her 10-year-old son at their home for almost 3 years. Police say all of this because she was scared of COVID, out of the fear of COVID. In fact, this came to light as her husband reached out to the police for help. He has claimed that even he was not allowed inside the house for 3 years. The woman has, in fact, the house you can see is full of garbage and filth which has been accumulated. Police have said the child was not even allowed to see the sun or be exposed to the sun for 3 years, and the walls are all scribbled because he was never allowed to go out. And a special from NDTV as the focus on jobs continue. More than 12 lakh candidates, including engineers and doctorate holders, have applied for roughly 6,000 patwari positions in Madhya Pradesh. What are these patwari positions? They are basically land revenue officials, and just a graduate degree is enough to be applying. But here we have MBA graduates, specialists, and even PhD holders who have applied for the story. Anurag Dwari reports.
मास्टर्स में भी क्या है भाई तुम्हारा? एनवायरमेंट साइंस। हाँ? एनवायरमेंट साइंस। पीछे तुम्हारा? MA Economics.
29-year-old Praveen Sharma, an engineering graduate from Madhya Pradesh's Sagar district, is among the 12 lakh plus applicants for 6,000 MP government jobs for the post of Patwari or land revenue official. This means there are 200 claimants for each post. But Praveen and many others like him see even such tightly contested openings for government jobs as a hard-to-miss opportunity to secure their future in a challenging job market.
बड़ी समस्या सर, 4 साल में इकट्ठी वैकेंसी निकालने से अच्छा यदि वो इसी वैकेंसी को बीच में निकाल देते 3-4 बार, तो बहुत सारे लोग जो ओवर एज हो गए हैं उनको कहीं ना कहीं एक जॉब की अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती, वो भी तैयारी करते और उनको कहीं ना कहीं एक लाइफ में कुछ अचीव कर पाते वो भी.
The last time the state held exams for Patwari jobs was in 2017-2018. This year, out of the 12.79 lakh candidates for 6,000 posts, 1,000 are doctorates, 85,000 have engineering degrees, 1 lakh are MBA graduate, and about 1.8 lakh have postgraduate degrees in arts and science. Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh Shivraj Singh Chauhan brushed off concerns about unemployment or underemployment.
अलग-अलग पद निकाले जा रहे हैं, शिक्षकों के हों, पुलिस के हों, पटवारी के हों, सभी विभागों के। एक तरफ शासकीय नौकरियों में भर्तियों के माध्यम से रोजगार, दूसरी तरफ स्वरोजगार की योजनाओं में जिसमें मुख्यमंत्री उद्यम क्रांति योजना, प्रधानमंत्री रोजगार सृजन कार्यक्रम सहित अनेकों योजनाएं हैं, उसके अंतर्गत रोजगार, तीसरे निवेश लाकर रोजगार के अवसर उपलब्ध कराने का काम ये लगातार मध्य प्रदेश में चल रहा है।
इससे पहले ही मध्य प्रदेश में हमने देखा था ग्वालियर शहर के अंदर जब एक चपरासी की वैकेंसीज निकाली गई थी अदालतों में और दूसरे कार्यालयों में, तो पीएचडी तक लोग जो थे वो आके उसका परीक्षा देने मजबूर हुए थे। तो ये दिखाता है कि शिवराज सरकार, बीजेपी की सरकार रोजगार देने के मोर्चे पे पूरी तरह से नाकाम हो चुकी है।
This office was built to offer jobs to the unemployed youth of Madhya Pradesh, but in the past 10 years only the name has been changed from Vyapam to Professional Examination Board and now Employees Selection Board. The destiny of the unemployed youth remained the same. In Bhopal, with camera person Rizwan Khan and Rupesh Anurag Dwari for NDTV.